Hey everybody, Coach Dan here. Real quick video today, just going to go over some things about mindset and mental toughness. We all have to learn that there's a humongous difference between uncomfortable and impossible. There's lots of times in life when we're uncomfortable and we stop, and in our head we convince ourselves because it was impossible. Oh, I could have never have done that. Well, the reality is you could have done that. You chose not to. Your back hurt a little bit, so you chose to stop working out. Or that learning a new skill is too difficult, so you just gave up. Starting a business, my family made fun of me and you stopped. All of those things were uncomfortable. And because you were uncomfortable, you stopped. But in your head, you decided to convince yourself it was impossible. It wasn't impossible. You just weren't strong enough to go through the discomfort. You have to be able to push yourself through anything that's uncomfortable. If it's for the good of you, if it's for the better of you and your family. If you know that this business is going to be able to free up your time so you can spend more time with your family and lead a more comfortable life, but you choose not to do it because a few people questioned you or made you feel uncomfortable, that's on you. That's not impossible. You made it that way because you weren't strong enough to put up with the criticism. You weren't strong enough to put up with the difficulty. You weren't strong enough to put up with this minor discomfort or the pain. You got to push through it. You got to figure it out. If you're sore from, this is my wife and I right now going through 75 hard. We're sore walking. We get out in the morning and we're sore. We're barely moving. But instead of turning around and going home and deciding that uncomfortable is impossible, we keep going. You keep pushing. You actually try to walk faster, and eventually things loosen up and you feel better. So the discomfort, being uncomfortable and pushing through it, actually hardens you. As David Goggins would say, it calluses your mind. You want to be able to push through things. The more things you can push through, the better off you are. 75 hard is just a mental challenge. You're giving yourself difficult things to do to mentally push through it. It's a mental challenge. Learn the difference between uncomfortable and impossible. Most of the time, you're going to realize that impossible is just a big word thrown around by people who are too scared to do it. Take care.